Art criticism. Art criticism is responding to or interpreting meaning and making judgments about specific work of arts. Art critics help viewers perceive, interpret, and judge artworks. Art criticism encourages people to share their opinions about art in an intelligent, substantiated way that shows appreciation and leads to positive growth. Critical approaches vary and depend upon the kind of art engaged. It makes a certain critical difference whether critics deal with painting, sculpture, photography, video, or other media.
Criticism and the constructive kind is necessary in an artist's life because it is quite simply one of the best ways to improve our work. We should actively seek ways to be better our skills, not only in terms of technique, but in how well we are able to engage and connect with the public. So, art criticism involves audience perspective and participation in order to evaluate or describe an artwork as briefly as possible. And criticism is important for the artist because it can develop their skills to be more competent, and it is better magod to sum up ang mga ideas sa sa audience in regarding with your with the artwork, and because in that way the artist can benefit and it is useful to enhance their skills.
In his essay, The Psychology of the Critic and Psychological Criticism, 1962, author Philip Weisman argues that an art critic needs to have knowledge in the field in order to make a judgment. So, which means, the set of Philip Weisman, if having an art critic important should not to have a knowledge in order to make a judgment, like to identify the meaning, like unsay mga possible meaning anang gibuhat niya sa usa ka artwork, and some of that having an analysis or judgment in having art criticism. That's why it's important to have a knowledge in the field in order to make in order to make a judgment.
So Edmund Feldman is a American educator, and he was born on May 6, 1924, and also he is a professor in University of Georgia, and he created four-step method for looking a work of art. And he proposed to his visual art students that criticism involves description, analysis, interpretation, and evaluation. So these are the four methods that he proposed. Next is it is not only applicable on like a typical artwork, but it is also applicable to observe and writing about dance, as well as on music. So he suggested that each step is necessary to the ones that follow, and for that reason they should be undertaken in order. So that's what most of the people are using now. So in terms of art criticism, they would usually follow this four-step method that Feldman created. So that's it.
Good day everyone, my name is Chiril Picuyus and my topic for today is all about the analysis which Edmund Fieldman's methods of art criticism. How do you analyze art criticism? Analysis refers to how the elements and principles of art are used in the work. In this step, our minds take in the line, values, and colors of the artwork. We also may take notice of the balance, proportion, rhythm, and unity found within the work. Analysis. Be 100% objective. Think of facts. What principles of art? Balance, emphasis, movement, pattern, repetition, proportion, etc. Can you find within this piece? How do the elements of art interact with each other? Are there interesting visual effects created? What the specific elements stand out in this composition and why? Is there a focal point? How is the work organized? So those are the questions that Edmund Fieldman create for the analysis of the art criticism. Analysis. Determining what the features suggest and deciding why the artist used such features to convey specific ideas. It answers the question, how did the artist do it? The various elements that constitute analysis include A. Determination of subject matter through naming iconographic elements, example, historical event, allegory, mythology, etc. B. Selection of most distinctive features or characteristics, whether line, shape, color, textures, etc. C. Analysis of the principles of design or composition. Example, stable, repetitious, rhythmic, unified, symmetrical, harmonious, geometric, varied, chaotic, horizontal or vertical oriented, etc. Letter D. Discussion of how elements of a structural system contribute to appearance of image or function. Letter E. Analysis of use of light and rule of color. Example, contrasty, shadowy, illogical, warm, cool, symbolic, and etc. Letter F. Treatment of space and landscape, both real and illusionary, including use of perspective. Example, compact, deep, shallow, naturalistic, random. Letter G. Portrayal of movement and how it is achieved. Letter H. Effect of particular mediums used. Letter I. Your perceptions of balance, proportion, and scale. Relationships of each part of the composition to the whole and to each other part. And your emotional. Last but not the least is the letter J. Reaction to object or monument. Why is the analysis important in art criticism? Yet the purpose of visual analysis can also recognize the choices that an artist made in creating the artwork, as well as to better understand how the formal properties of an artwork communicate ideas, content, or meaning. Visual analysis is often used as a starting point for an art historical writing. What is analysis and analysis art criticism? To analyze an artwork, the critic explains how all the parts and features work together as a whole. The step of analysis requires the critic to discuss how the elements of the artwork work together in terms of the principles of art. For example, balance, contrast, emphasis, or movement. Why is criticism of an art important? The criticism has an important role in developing and deepening the work of the artist, but also is helping viewers perceive and interpret works of art. So that's all for my reporting. So let's proceed to the next reporter. Thank you.
Interpretation nangihanlan ni gatuang kaugalingong opinyon unsay gusto ipabaw sa artist sa atoa, unsay mahunan na nato or bation ug makita nato ilang binuhatan. Kinahanglan na mabawaan pod nato kung unsa or asa sila gabase sa pagbuhat ana or kung unsay source para pod mas masabtan nato ang ilang gibuhat ug angay express po nato atuang opinion pero butangi po og ebidensya. Judgment. Nanghihanglan gyapon og atuang kaugalingong opinion. So dire mag-share na tas ato ang personal nga opinion. Gusto ba nato o dili? Ngano gusto, ngano dili? Angay pod nato gamitag ebidensya para suportahan na ato ang opinion. Effective ba yang gibuhat? Na-send ba gyud niyag tarong kung unsay iyang gusto ipasabot? Ikaw unsa man ka mo judge? Magbase ba kas pamaagi o sa emotional nga message sa art? Ikaw unsa man imong kriteria nga importante para nimo kung mo judge sa usa ka art?